Not at this time. I'm not sure if you've been made aware, but I have requested a subpoena via a precipice that I provided to the Butler County Clerk on August 14th. That was directing them to subpoena records from the Butler County Sheriff's Office with a production date of August 22nd at 5 p.m. That date has come and gone now, and I am still awaiting the subpoenaed evidence that directly affects these charges. However, via some hearsay this morning on the phone with
There are case numbers 2025 TR 1215, 2025 CR 261. Jared Regier appears on behalf of the Butler County Attorney's Office. Quentin Height appears by Zoom, apparently still representing himself. These matters come before the court at this time for review of status. Mr. Regier, have you had any discussions or negotiations with Mr. Height regarding these matters?
Your Honor, the state understands that a plea offer had been previously advanced to my office. I cannot speak any more beyond that at this time.
All right. So I'll ask Mr. Height then. Is there a chance that these cases may be resolved by dismissal, diversion, or plea agreements reached with the county attorney's office?
I would be open to making some sort of agreement with the county attorney's office. I would continue to seek some administrative remedy, yes.
Okay, well, I'm not sure what you mean by the administrative remedy, but Mr. Regier, would it be helpful if we put you and Mr. Height in a breakout room to perhaps discuss the status of these two cases to see if there's some accord that could be reached?
Your Honor, based off my notes, it would appear that as recently as last week, my office had communicated with the defendant regarding a possible resolution of both these matters by plea. Based off my notes, the state understands that there has not been a successful meeting of the minds in this matter.
Well, we're going to try to get you two together today. So I'm going to recess these proceedings and let's put Mr. Regier and Mr. Height in a breakout room. Just have a brief discussion to see if there's any common ground that can be reached. And if not, then we'll come back and do further business.
Very good, Your Honor.
All right. So we'll pause recording and broadcasting, Mandy, and let's put Mr. Height and Mr. Regier in a breakout. TR 1215, Mr. Regier, Mr. Height appearing as before. Following this conference, which the court initiated, is there any announcement to be made regarding resolution of one or both cases, Mr. Regier?
Your Honor, the state understands that my office has again offered a resolution to the defendant. However, the state understands that there has not been a meeting of the minds in this matter.
Is that correct, Mr. Height?
I have produced an offer on my behalf as well, and so we both made offers, and yes, a meeting of the minds has not been met.
All right. I trust then that you wish to go to trial on these matters, Mr. Height?
Not at this time. I'm not sure if you've been made aware, but I have requested a subpoena via a precipice that I provided to the Butler County Clerk on August 14th. That was directing them to subpoena records from the Butler County Sheriff's Office with a production date of August 22nd at 5 p.m. That date has come and gone now, and I am still awaiting the subpoenaed evidence that directly affects these charges. However, via some hearsay this morning on the phone with the Butler County Clerk, I was informed that the sheriff had motioned to quash the subpoena. I'm not personally received anything in writing as of now that shows why the sheriff would want to quash a subpoena. As such, I'm moving this court to continue this matter until I've had ample time to review and respond to the quash.
What type of materials were you requesting from the county attorney's, the sheriff's office that they haven't provided?
Sure. Body camera. I can read it directly. If you can give me just one moment. It's
well, I'm just wanting to know generally, perhaps not every detail, but
yeah, I wasn't going to read every detail. I have it right here. So that would be some policy in regarding to the Butler County Sheriff's Office policy and procedural manuals, some core policy, procedural directives, training requirements, special orders, general orders, and operational guidelines, and any updates since the arrest till now. has happened. Also, all body worn camera, dash camera, and in cruiser footage from the time of the incident, and any and all officers, some information in regards to them, as well as probable cause affidavits, and also any further information that may be deemed necessary and pertinent to my cases.
Did you
Sorry
make
for the
a
link.
discovery request to the county attorney's office to see what documents they're relying upon?
I have not at this time. I subpoenaed to the sheriff directly to receive the full entirety of the evidence.
All right. Mr. Height, you're proceeding at least to this point on your own. Is it really your intention to represent yourself on these cases, or do you want an attorney's assistance?
I am not looking for an attorney's assistance.
Okay, well, the court doesn't advise you to represent yourself in court for several reasons, Mr. Height. Lack of legal expertise is one. Representing yourself requires a deep understanding of the law, which isn't always available to someone who's not law trained. Second of all, you might be prone to make emotional decisions that would cloud your judgment rather than to make rational decisions driven by logic. Further, procedural missteps often happen by someone who's representing themselves. Even minor mistakes can have a significant consequence, like missing a filing deadline or failing to follow proper procedure in court. Do you understand that, Mr. Hyde?
Yes, I appreciate the notes. Thank you.
Well, further, there's the potential for severe penalties. Handling your own defense can lead to severe penalties, which include fines or imprisonment or permanent marks on your record. Do you understand that?
I do.
Now let's go over that. We may have already done this once, but interference with law enforcement, as you're charged in case number 261, is a Class A misdemeanor punishable by up to a $2,500 fine and up to a year in the county jail. Do you understand that?
I do.
You understand that in count 2, failure to register a vehicle, an unclassified misdemeanor, is punishable by up to a $500 fine and up to 30 days in the county jail, or both.
I acknowledge.
All right. Further, in your other case, the 1215 case, you face a charge in count 1 of no driver's license in possession, an unclassified misdemeanor, again punishable by up to a $500 fine and up to 30 days in the county jail. You understand that?
I'm aware.
And last, but certainly not least, failure to register a vehicle in count 2 in that case is also an unclassified misdemeanor punishable by up to 30 days in the county jail and up to a $500 fine, or both.
Thank you for making me aware. I appreciate it.
And I also want to point out to you that if you proceed to trial proceedings on your own, that there's usually difficulty for a pro se individual to present evidence. Certainly, legal assistance would be very, very helpful, especially when it comes to witnesses or presentation of your evidence in court. It's often very difficult for someone who's not law trained. You understand that, Mr. Hyde?
I appreciate it. Yes.
And knowing all of these things, you still wish to proceed without a lawyer?
That is my intention.
And you do understand that if you can't afford an attorney, after proper application, the court will appoint you a lawyer to represent your interests.
I am aware. However, I would like to also make it known that I am still trying to move for getting this evidence production figured out before I'm able to enter a plea. It would be inappropriate to plea without my knowledge of these proceedings beforehand. So that is why I am moving the court for the, specifically speaking on the traffic case, to move for continuance in order to be able to discuss further with the prosecution as well as the sheriff's office and the court, if necessary, to receive the evidence that I need to move forward.
Mr. Regier, is your office in receipt of and or familiar with this subpoena and the motion to quash it?
One moment, Your Honor. Your Honor, I am not aware of any such document, although it would appear that a written objection to defendant's subpoena duces tecum and motion to quash was filed with the court last week by Butler County Councilor Terrence Hulskamp.
All right. So it's obvious to the court that he will be handling anything in relation to the subpoena duces tecum request, correct?
That would appear accurate based off the filings, Your Honor.
Your Honor, if I may, I do have a receipt of delivery to the court as well as the prosecution for the subpoena duces tecum. So I did make them aware if there was a clerical error within the office. I apologize for that being the case, but I did do my due diligence to make all parties involved available to be aware of the subpoena duces tecum that I was to be served upon the sheriff's department. I'd also like to let the record reflect that I do not have a copy of any thing that the sheriff's department or Mr. Hulskamp that may have filed in regards to a whatever motion. I've like I said, I have hearsay from this morning from the clerk, but I do not have anything in writing at this time. So it'd be inappropriate for me to act accordingly as if I knew what the material had on it.
All right. Mr. Hyde, probably some of these requests could have been handled with proper discussion with the county attorney's office. They're usually quite liberal in their turnover of documents in the case, at least anything that's within their possession.
Sure.
If we do have a motion to quash in this case, we'll need to have a hearing on that. I'm inclined to set that as an in-person proceeding on Thursday, October the 2nd.
Just one moment, please. Thursday, October 2nd. And would that be in regards to both cases or one specifically? I do want to make sure that there's two separate cases here, and I'd like to be able to speak clearly to both of them separately.
All right. So your request for information pertains only one of the two cases and not both?
I submitted nearly identical recipes as well as subpoena duces tecum for both of the cases. So they would have been served and compiled in very similar manners, requesting very similar records.
All right. Both of these cases are assigned to this division. They will be essentially handled together to the extent reasonably possible, though obviously it may be necessary to try the cases separately eventually. Both cases will be set for not only determination of any discovery issues, subpoena issues, if you will, but also for further a determination of status and for further scheduling. So, Mr. Regier, I will need a representative from your office pending, even if County Councilor Hulskamp handles the subpoena issues. I'll need a representative from your office on Thursday, October the 2nd. And I'm contemplating 10 o'clock a.m. for that hearing.
Very good, Your Honor.
Fine. All right. 10 o'clock a.m., Thursday, October 2.
And that would be
this subpoena issue and any issues related there too.
And what are you titling this hearing again? I'm sorry.
Well, it'll be a hearing to determine whether this court should recognize and continue the county's motion to quash. Court will make appropriate rulings regarding that. And then do further scheduling and status review as to where these two cases stand. Certainly nothing precludes the parties from having further discussions to try to resolve these issues on their own. For now, it does appear that the defendant in this case has rejected any request for appointment of counsel and apparently does not have any intention to retain counsel. So he'll be representing himself at this juncture, despite the court's admonition and warnings otherwise. So 10 o'clock, Thursday, October 2, courtroom B, Butler County Judicial Center, El Dorado, Kansas. The
Very
county
good.
counselor's office will be so notified.
Judge, I do have one further matter, if you just one moment, please. And also in regards to the subpoena, I have been in discussions with the Butler County Sheriff's Office, and they have been quite receptive to my discussions in regards to evidence production from this case. I wanted to make you aware that I have been in discussions with them, as well as the prosecution, in the limited capacity that Jared and I have been. I'm just making you aware so that it may be clear that I have been working outside of the court as to try and not burden the court for these hearings. Initially, I'm trying to seek remedy, as I was mentioning earlier, outside of the court, and that would be my intention. So just trying to make you aware of such happenings.
Who have you been discussing these matters with at the sheriff's office?
I have received information from I'm not sure of their title, but the administrative person at the front desk.
Okay. Well, probably the person that should be your contact person at the sheriff's office at this time should be Terrence Hulskamp, the county counselor. He does represent the sheriff's office interests in matters such as this, and I think he's the one that actually caused the motion to quash to be filed. So you probably want to deal with him.
May I have his name, spelling of his last name, as well as contact information if someone has it available?
I don't have his contact number available, but I can spell his name for you.
I will take that.
His last name is Hulskamp, Huelskamp. I think that's what it is.
And he is the, do you have a title as well?
He's the county counselor.
County counselor.
Yes. He's obviously a lawyer.
Yes. Thank you for that. Okay. I am in receipt of spelling of the last name and his title. I suppose I will call the attorney's office to try and receive contact information for him and continue the discussions with him. I hope to be in receipt of any filings that were mailed to me on behalf of the sheriff and or prosecution via the court in the next in the coming days, and review as such.
All right. And you do understand, Mr. Height, that you'll need to be in the courtroom B, Butler County Judicial Center, for this next proceeding.
Courtroom B. And is that B as in boy?
Correct.
And is that available to